Hello, this is Donnie Rockett, and this video is from the Dallas Karting Complex.
So all you have to do is go through both loops and then go over one in between them.
I'm there with my two nephews,
Cool.
Dennis and Kevin.
I should probably not do it. I'll hold your helmet.
That there is Dennis, getting ready to clip the GoPro into his helmet for him. He goes by Dennis69 at the track, and the GoPro that you're watching the video from is on top of Denim Danger, and that is my nephew Kevin. And this is our first race out on the track.
I'm rolling.
In this portion right here. This is Kevin and Dennis's second time to the track. I've been to the Dallas Karting Complex. This is probably my third or fourth time there. That's me right there going past Kevin, Denim Danger. He's got his little racer name up there in the left-hand corner of the video. My goal is to get Kevin to try to jump in right behind me and follow my line. He figures that out a little bit later. I have a previous video from, this is basically the 1-year anniversary of Dennis, Kevin, and I going to this track. We went in 2018 in March. That was their first time. I had not been back since, so looks like I'm on a schedule to hit the Dallas Karting Complex once a year. And that's me again in front of Kevin, and he is following my line this time. Kevin's probably about, I don't know, maybe 230, maybe 240, I don't know for sure, but he's, you know, I'm 5'8" and I weigh around 200 pounds, and he's over 6 foot tall, and so he's got to be weighing in the 230 or 40 range. Took those bumpers out with authority right there. As you can see, I think he's waiting around to see if anybody's going to yell at him or point the black flag at him, but apparently nobody noticed, and he heads back out. But this heat right here, this is our second heat, this video right here. Or this clip right here. It's starting to get dark a little bit, so it looks pretty cool, I think, when you're driving around and people's taillights are on, but it's not completely dark, so you can see the track. Clouds look cool off in the distance, all that good stuff. But when you're a little bit heavier in these karts, your weight ends up, and especially if you're tall, your weight will be more towards the back of the kart. And when you have more weight in the back and the brakes being in the back, it makes the back end try to come around on you a little bit easier than if you're a 120-pound guy sitting closer to the front of the kart. So Kevin's got some challenges that I don't have to deal with, being, you know, about half a foot shorter than he is. Now this right here is the third race. Kevin is the only person whose GoPro battery of the three of us lasted into the third race. Both Dennis and I's GoPros ran out of battery juice, and we got 0 footage from the last race. But as you can see, Kevin's line has changed from the beginning of the video to the end of it. He's hitting the line, he's going through it all a lot faster. He's trying to, you know, hit the turns in smoother arcs. And trying to keep his momentum up. So right there is where you go into the pits. As you head up this direction and go around this little left, this is the biggest straightaway, and the start-finish line is right up here. And from here on, this is probably Kevin's best lap. He hits this corner just right, keeps his momentum up, swings it out wide, and then comes back over so that he can get the biggest arc he can get around this corner and keep his momentum up. There's the guy. Okay, they had... If you wanted to pay $60 a race, you could rent a faster go-kart that, you know, obviously has a lot more juice. It just blows right by you. Only problem with that is you're racing all by yourself, and I prefer to race people that are, you know, that have the same equipment as I do. So Kevin's tearing this lap up. He kept his speed up around that last corner, hit it right, then he ducks under nicely under this guy without losing any speed. Unfortunately, as he goes around these last two curves, they wave the checkered flag, and he does not get to complete the lap, so he doesn't get the good time. I thought that he was probably going to get about a 76 on that lap. Right now we have the headbutting incident right here with Kevin and Dennis. The camera's on Dennis's helmet right there, and he just headbutted Kevin. And now we flip-flopped. We're looking at this from Kevin's aspect. It's me bebopping up there in the black.
Hey, take us around.
Dennis putting the beat down on Kevin's noggin. And we're off. So, this is Dennis 69. You really only have footage from the second race for Dennis. Unfortunately, the camera was pointing way too far down on the first race, and you really can't see any track in front of the go-kart, so it's somewhat pointless to just watch somebody's hands move left or right on the steering wheel, and that's all you can see. But on this one you can see a decent chunk of the track in front of Dennis. And Dennis improved again with this being his second visit. On his first two races, I think he got times in the 78s, maybe down in the 77s on one of them. But on his third race, Dennis was able to get down to the 75s, and I think he got third place in the heat, which was pretty good. Oh, and then the reason that we don't have any video from the last race, the third race, is that Dennis's battery ran out. And if I have any complaint about this place, I love the track and the karts are fast. They probably need to have more people on Friday loading everybody into the go-karts instead of just one guy. Because I'm pretty sure we had about 16 or 17 people out there in those go-karts. And once we got loaded into the go-kart, we could sit there for 6 or 7 minutes, which is a pretty long time. And all of us were starting our GoPros right when we got in the car because we thought we were getting ready to go, and we would sit there for a pretty long amount of time. And by the time we got to the third lap, or the third race, both my battery and Dennis's battery were done. We had logged in probably about 15 to 20 minutes worth of video of us just sitting in our go-karts. And my GoPros are a GoPro 2 and a GoPro 3 running on original batteries. So they probably don't quite have the life that they used to when they were brand new. But typically I don't have an issue with them, recording 3 races. So anyways, this will be the last little clip of Dennis racing right here. And he was, doing good catching up to all these folks right here. But he gave a little spin around. And that'll pretty much finish out Dennis's clip. Like I said, I don't have anything from his fastest and best race, which was the last one in the dark. Alright, now we're clicked on over to me. This is the first race. Kevin is already up there ahead of us, and I just slowed down, let Dennis get in front of me so I could get some video of Dennis, driving around. By the way, be sure to like and subscribe. All that good stuff. I flash out the obligatory peace sign as I go past. And I think that this is, Dennis is going to be the second card up here again. After I go around this dude. Oh no, that's Dennis right there. I give him a little love tap right there. And then he just goes right on around right there. I didn't touch him. Now we're into the second race. My fastest time in the second race was like a 73.2 or 1 or something like that. But I got my best time in the last race. I got a 72.4. I checked some of their league race times for guys in the heavy class, which is where I would be. And, I'm not too far off. I think one of the guys I talked to or sent a message to that races here in their leagues says they get from like the high 71s into the mid 72s or something like that. And I got a 72.4, so, maybe if I did their leagues one night, I'd be in the mix. Which would be fun. This is a fun track. Anyways, I am getting close to the end. I think there's one more little section coming up. But be sure to drop some comments down in there if you want. If you ever head towards Cincinnati, Ohio, let me know. We've got full throttle indoor karting here in the Cincinnati area. That is a pretty fun place. And, I'm willing to drive 2 or 3 hours radius from Cincinnati to meet up with somebody to do some karting. I'd like to give a shout out to Denim Danger and Dennis69. Thanks for coming out.